till it.
Hi, this is Melissa Smith speaking, and this is my coffee shop Tableau visualization module. So, to begin, the top left corner, right over here, is my budget profit versus actual profit, which also varies by state. So, as we observe, you could see that I had divided into two categories the years, so 2010 and 2011. Whereas each bar consists of the states that basically were making a profit, but instead of it only consisting of one state, each bar represents all the states. And it basically measures of, all those little blue dots that you could sort of see, basically measures how much of a profit these states had made. So each bar represents all the states and how much. So, you could see over here how there's some large dots. So I go over to one, and that's California, because they made a profit of 873, whereas their budget profit had been 80. And that was in 2010. But the weird difference is that in 2011, there was a large decrease. And then it spiked up, and same thing. Basically, it had almost like the same measurement as it did in 2010 in 2011, except it seemed like it was more maximized here. So yeah, that's the first graph that I made. So we move over to the right, and this was measuring the budget margin over time, which is basically consisting of the major versus the smaller markets. So for this, my graph, I had budget margin over here on the side, and then I divided the years like I had done over here, 2010 and 2011. And then under that, each year consists of 4 quarters. But then, to even simplify it down even more, each quarter has a month. So it could help the reader basically understand and simplify the observations or data that I had used to make the graph. So when we look over here, it doesn't necessarily tell you a particular state or anything, because I didn't want to get that particular into this graph as I had done for the rest of the graphs. So I just wanted to get a general idea. So each quarter has 2 lines. So one line consists of the major market, and then the other line consists of the smaller market. And basically, it just tells you the general budget margin. And yeah, I just thought this was a great way that I could organize my data just in a general way, because the 2 lines separating the small and the major markets definitely had cleared up some data for me, because there was a lot of data. And yeah, so that's basically ties into this one because of the budget, and I just wanted to get a close-up of what markets we were dealing with. So we go down to the bottom left, and these are major and smaller markets within the USA. So we had this one talking about consisting of states. We have this one talking about just the general idea of major and smaller markets. And then we have this one, which kind of ties the two together, major versus smaller markets in the USA, varying basically the USA consists of states, so I just thought it basically tied in these two categories. So we have two maps. One is the major market, the top one, and the bottom one is the smaller market. So as you can see, each color is, each dot basically defines an area code of the state. So each color will represent a different state and the state's area code. But what I found was weird is that if you look, so you see all these colors over here. And so we're going to move down to the major, from the major market to the smaller market. And you'll see that none of the same colors are held within both the major market and the smaller market, which I found very weird. So no states basically have the same, well, no states basically consist of both major and smaller markets. So I found that very weird after looking at this map that I created. So then lastly, bottom right, this is sales versus marketing by state. So I wanted to basically clarify everything by state and, within the United States, blah, blah, blah. So I was thinking basically the coffee shop's revenue and sales needs to be greater than its marketing. So, because you don't want to spend too much on marketing and not enough in sales. So as you can see, you want to use this graph to see the impact in the future, where it will go in when the future comes. So this little key over here, sales greater than marketing, false and true. Red is false, green is true. So as you can see, each state is different as you keep going through. But what's weird is you come down here, and in the red, it's all New York and Nevada, which I found very strange. Because you'll maybe see Nevada a couple of times over here, but you're not going to see it a lot. New York, I couldn't really. Oh, there we go. Okay, so yeah, so there's only a couple New York, but most of the New York points are down here basically. So basically, green is good because you want the sales to be more than the marketing. Red, not so good because marketing was a lot more than the sales. You're not making a profit if that's the case. So, yeah, a lot of New York and Nevada, for some reason, had too much marketing and not enough sales, which is weird. I don't know why that is. But, yeah, so this is my fourth graph on my database. Yeah, so if you have any questions, just let me know. But thank you so much for listening. Okay.